Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy E Games. We're back in Genshin Impact with Thoma here. Hello, Thoma.
き
How's
っ
it
と
going?
クリスは今も散々な目に遭ってる。早く彼のところへ行ってきてくれ。
So Thoma is like our guy, our guide, our guy who's also our guide. He's kind of showing us around and teaching us about this place and helping us get after our goals, I guess. And he's asked us to help around this area since this place is like kind of being oppressed by the government. And in exchange, he'll kind of help us get an audience with the Shogun, the Raiden Shogun, the Archon here. And yeah, we're continuing the story. So recently, I heard that Alloy from what's that game called? Horizon Zero Dawn is coming to this game, which I don't know much about that game. I've never played Horizon before, but it kind of opens up a door to some crazy stuff because she's from a different IP altogether. So she's like this, I don't know, futuristic person, I guess. I don't know. Like that game is about, I guess, like a apocalypse happened and all these like mechanical creatures are roaming the world, and Alloy is like this remnant of human beings who have like their technologies. They look like they look like prehistoric technologies or prehistoric kind of aesthetic, but then tied with it, it has like technology, like futuristic technology tied to them. And yeah, that character is coming into this game, which in my head, I'm thinking like, what else? What other IPs can they be putting into this game? Like, could 2B come into this game? Because like a lot of the stuff from this game, it seems to be inspired by Nier Automata or the Nier franchise. Can like, I don't know, any other names from other IPs, like I don't know, Cloud from Final Fantasy, Link from Breath of the Wilds or The Legend of Zelda, or any other characters from other games, could they possibly come into this game with their own little with like MiHoYo's take on that character? Because the Alloy, the aesthetics of Horizon Zero Dawn is kind of like a realistic, gritty kind of graphics, but then this game is kind of like anime, so the marketing material had like an anime version of Alloy, which I'm really interested to see. By the time this video comes out, Alloy may have already came out because it's supposed to come out in like October or something for PS5 and PS4 users, and sub or November for like the rest of the platforms. So I'm like really curious as to seeing as how that goes. But when this video comes up, people might have already like experienced her by now. So yeah, like tell me about her. Let me know how you feel about this whole like getting different characters from different IPs down in the comments. Like I'll be really interested to hear what kind of like things people would be hoping for to come into this game. Like I would definitely would like to see a Link come into this game or something. Like his like elemental skill is to like throw bombs or something. I don't know. Like what elemental vision would they have? Like apparently Alloy is a cryo user, a cryo bow user, kind of like Diona, I guess, but I don't know if she'll be a healer though. I don't know if she'll be like DPS or something, or maybe like a energy recharge battery, kind of like Lumine here. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I kind of went on a crazy tangent there. Let's do the story. What am I supposed to do now? Confession of an Outlander. You arrive at Ritou and Inazuma smoothly and meet up with your contact Thoma, but it seems that Outlanders are far from welcome here. I think this has not changed, but the objective: go to the International Trade Association and understand its members' situation. That objective has changed, but I don't know. Resident of the... Okay, this is the Kurisu, the guy I'm supposed to talk to. Hey, there's a cat here. Kaiser. This cat has a name. Hello, Kaiser. How are you doing? You can actually talk to this cat. Meow. Dot, dot, dot. Meow. Ah, so aloof. Gee, he follows Kurisu everywhere, doesn't he? Meow. Apparently, I saw in the Genshin Impact subreddit, like there's a dog somewhere that you can feed, but unfortunately, I haven't seen any way to like pet animals yet. Just give them a nice pat on the head and scratch them under the chin. Kurisu, what's up? You have a funny hat.
おや万国商会に助けを求めに来たのですかもしや音楽観察にモラを
So I've actually noticed that the words kind of scroll a lot slower than normal, but because I have to read the words, it hasn't really affected me as much. But a lot of people, like I don't actually understand Japanese all that well, so that's why I had to actually read it. But I prefer the Japanese voice acting because it fits with this aesthetic. I feel like more than the English. What I would like people would probably expect me to fall back on if I ever need to. But yeah, I choose the Japanese because it sounds. I feel like it sounds better and fits the aesthetics of this game. But then I actually had to read the English in order to kind of figure out what's going on. And so yeah, that the slowing down of the text hasn't really messed with me too much. But I hear a lot of people don't like that the text is slowed down. But yeah. Anyways, um, luckily we had a friend with us.
それならよかったです来て早々財産をすべて失うことにならないよう気をつけてくださいね
My savings, no. I need to use that to boost my characters, to level up my characters, make them stronger, level up their artifacts and their weapons.
最近紹介で困ってることはないか
困ってること至る所に困難がありすぎてもう慣れてしまいました
鎖国令って外国から来た人にとっては大変なんだな
問題の根源は鎖国令ではありません活動範囲が制限されるとはいえそれでもそこそこやっていけました
This guy's got such a low voice.
実際に我々外国の商人を搾取しているのは
is
勘定奉行にいる強欲な奴らなんです
Kanjo commission bad. Gotcha.
おいら覚えてるぞ三奉行の中で離島を管理してる奉行のことだよな
はい高額な税金徴収や不条理な規則それだけならまだ良かったのですが
That's not even the worst of it. They treat children terribly.
一番ひどいのはここ最近新たな税収法令が出されたことです上納する税金がモラから消化骨髄というものに変わりました
It's probably because Rex Lapis is quote unquote dead, and Mora is no longer being generated, so eventually the currency is going to hyper deflate as Mora is being consumed to, I don't know, level up artifacts and stuff. And yeah, getting a new currency, especially a currency that your own nation controls, is probably a lot better than relying on a currency that a different country owns. Like in real life, a lot of the countries have their own banks, and they like I don't know what the word is, like they back their own currency and their own banks, because then outside foreign man, I'm struggling with like how to describe this. Like outside foreign actors won't have as much influence on the value of the currency if you like kind of control it yourself. So that's why like a lot of like big countries like to have their own currency, but like a lot of smaller countries and stuff, they use the currency of like bigger countries just because it's a bit more it's more valued, and it's more stable than their own, I guess, in a way. So yeah, I guess that's what's happening here. The Archon, or I guess this is the Kojo Commission. They see that Mora is gonna be not a good currency to be. That's not gonna be backed by anything, and it'll eventually lose value. or become too valued, and nobody would want to spend it. So they're starting their own currency, and hopefully that takes off and becomes the general currency of the area.
昇格続い
その法令が出されるまで商会にいるほとんどの商人がそんなものを耳にしたことはありませんでした。
But in the case of like a gacha game or a MMORPG or something, you do need like all these different kinds of currency just to keep the people on a treadmill, to keep people like grinding for things. Like if I've grinded so much for Mora, and then we go to a new area where Mora is useless, then all that grinding, we had to do all that grinding again for the new currency.
最終的にリーユエから来た年配の商人がそれを知っていました。それは彼が若い頃にスネージナヤへと運送したことのある一種の材料でした。
Introducing a new currency for gamers to accumulate just makes it so that people who've accumulated the previous currency can't just like come to the new area and just like unlock everything and buy everything right away. So I guess it is a game design decision, but then I guess the developers and the writers of the story wrote into the story a reason for that game, like a lore reason for the game design decision.
皆さん嫌々ながらも各地でその消化骨髄を探して税金として納めたのです。
So I'm guessing everyone in this area would love to trade our crystal moros for whatever services they give us.
しかしそれはその場しのぎでしかありませんでした。上納する税金の要求が大きくなるにつれ消化骨髄の値段がますます上がっていったのです。
The rising demand for crystal moro drove the price higher and higher. So did the crystal moros price get driven higher, or the crystal moros value became higher and higher, or did like the price, like the mora price of purchasing crystal moro become higher and higher? Because they mean completely different things. One means that crystal moro is becoming more and more valuable, but the other means that crystal moro, or I don't know, this is kind of confusing. Like, what is their base currency right now? Would it still be Mora, I'm guessing? Even though Kirisu here just said everyone's moving away from Mora?
そして最後にはある一人の商人の手にのみ残り他では買えない代物となりました。
そういう状況って独占って言うんだよな。
Uh-oh.
お詳しいんですね。
Markedly bad.
その商人は値段をずっと上げ続けました。我々も法令の圧力からそれを買うしかなく、そのような悪循環が続いた結果、今や税金の値段が我々の利益をも超えようとしています。
This is absurd treatment. So this is kind of focusing on the taxes being bad, but unless, I guess, if the government is corrupt and they're just pocketing the people's money for their own, like, selfish spending. Like, oh, you pay taxes to the government, and then the government officials all just, like, buy yachts or something. Yeah, sure, that's bad, but if there are normally speaking, I guess, in ideal situation, which I know it's not, like, you can never assume an ideal situation, but taxes are imposed on the citizens because the government wants to push like government services, right? So in this case, maybe they all have free education. They all have like really good healthcare. Their roads and their other infrastructure are all like well maintained and well serviced, and their, I don't know, energy is like cheap and utilized and easily accessible. So I guess it's easy to kind of just make taxes sound bad because for like the regular person who don't really know exactly how governments function, taxes just seem like the government having their hands in your pockets and just taking a bit of your money even though they didn't do anything to earn it. So it like feels like it like instinctually feels like a bad thing, but I don't know. I guess this is like the kind of things that if once you like look a little deeper in it, it kind of reveals like a lot of flaws in real life society where taxes are used for a specific reason, but in a lot in like the perfect case, it's actually like good for society that the taxes are when the taxes are actually spent properly. But then it is really easy to imagine a case where the taxes are not spent properly. They're just lining like people in leadership positions, like they're or political positions, just lining their pockets, and they're just like selfishly spending the taxpayers' money. They're just paying all those like guards up in that area just like insane salaries for them just to stand around and do nothing. I don't know. I guess for that's a bit too political and too deep for this game to really dive into. It's easier to just make taxes sound like a bad thing that we want to get rid of as like a game journey or a game quest or something. This is absurd
勘定
treatment.
奉行と法令について相談しようと試みたのですが、雷鳴轟くこの国で窮地に立たされた商人の声など誰が聞くというのでしょう。
I guess in a democratic society, if you don't like the leadership, you can like vote in different leadership. But in this case, it's like a tyrant that's dictating all the rules, and because it's a dictator, I guess, the people feel powerless and oppressed by the dictator's like decision, which is which kind of goes just kind of like reflects the situation in China, really. Which like I said before, MiHoYo is like a Chinese developer, so we will see a lot of like Chinese stories, I guess, if that makes sense. Like it would reflect Chinese sentiments, like current Chinese sentiments in how the story is written. So this could be like, I don't know, the writers kind of showing the world. This is me trying to sound smart. This could be like the developers trying to show the world like how a lot of the citizens in China just don't really like the leadership and what they're doing, but they feel powerless to do anything about it because it is not a democracy, or it is like an oppressive regime kind of thing, maybe. But then again, it is a Chinese developer writing about nation that is based on like Japanese culture, so maybe they're commenting on how they think Japan treats their citizens. I don't know. This could get very confusing really quick. This can go down a really weird rabbit hole really quick. So let's forget about all that and just continue with the story.
フォンテーヌよ、我が故郷が懐かしい。
Would Fontaine be like a French kind of area? Sumeru is like an India kind of area. Inazuma is like Japan. Mondstadt is kind of like I don't know, like a European kind of area. And Liyue is like clearly China. And yeah, would Fontaine be like a French place, I guess? I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm really looking forward to when like more and more of these nations come out and we get to kind of see MiHoYo's take on, I don't know, the stereotypes maybe, I don't know, of these other nations.
そんなひどいことがそんなんじゃ生きていけないだろう。
Like the way the song is playing in this is like set in this area. It's like a really stereotypical Japanese song. The Sakura, Sakura, do 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 do, like that song. That is, you can see like they sampled that. Is that the right word? They like took a lot of inspiration from that song for the song in this area.
お前はどう思う？
Try our best to negotiate. I don't think that's gonna happen. You can't really negotiate with oppressors. unfortunately, it's always down to violence, really. The vendors does sound like a fishy character.
あの商人ですか。以前は彼とも交流があったのですが、その後は我々との関係も途絶えてしまいました。
確かに怪しいな。そいつを探す方法はないか？何か情報を聞き出せないか、オイラたちが探ってきてやるよ。
おお、それはありがたい申し出。あなた方は外国から島に上陸したばかり。それに紹介のものでもありません。彼もそこまで警戒はしないでしょう。
Would Fontaine be like an American, like a United States area? Because he's kind of dressed like I don't know, like a '60s business person in the States, I guess, like a stereotypical, wearing like a bull hat, having like a vest, like kind of like it's like Americans in their '60s, kind of depicts this kind of fashion often. Or I could just be wrong. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to find out.
彼を探すなら居住区の海辺にある木の下へ行ってみてください。そこが普段我々と彼が待ち合わせに使っている場所になっています。
Okay.
わかった。オイラたちに任せろ。
Makasero, makasero.
本当になんとお礼を申せばいいか。もしこの国で居場所がなくなってしまった際には、ぜひ我々万国商会へお越しください。
In this case, you can just like skip the dialogue. So even if it reveals itself slowly, you can just like hit the A button again. It'll just like put the entire dialogue up there. So yeah, maybe it's not as big as a deal as people think it is. But then again, I'm not experiencing the game like they are, since I actually have to read to actually understand what's going on. Oh, there's a commission board here. So, oh no, this is a bulletin board. What does it say? There's like a bunch of fox masks, some kimono-looking things pointing at some other things, possibly fireworks, and some food, but looks like a bottle of sake on the left there. Maybe it's like a sushi stand or something. I don't know. Higi Kai, former technician at Tatarasuna, technically certified, experienced in management, healthy. Wait, what? Looking for a job to feed my family. Salary and benefits negotiable. Also, some guy just put their resume up here, I guess, or their cover letter. Or no, it'll be like a resume, I guess. I wonder if there's gonna be a reputation quest in this area. I would assume there would probably be something like that eventually, maybe, or already exist. I'm just not far enough to the game to have access to it yet. Because both Li Yue and Mondstadt has a reputation thing. So hopefully there will be a reputation thing here as well. That would give like some repeatable content, I guess. And something to get more rewards out of the game. Oh, I'm totally going the wrong way. I'm like, stairs! I must go up the stairs. Because it probably leads to something. I don't trust stairs. They're always leading up to something. Wow. Wait, how far do I have to walk? Okay, that's not too far. Oh, look. Inazuma children. You look just like all the other children. Is that the guy over there trying to sell some weird stuff? Werner? Werner? Yes, we just arrived. You don't recognize me? But I'm the fixer around these parts. We're fixers? I'll just say this one. Where do you source your goods?
あっち行った。そんなもん教えたら商売にならないだろう。企業秘密だ。わかるか？企業秘密。
Why are you so mean to us? We just asked you a question.
ひどい態度だな。
Yeah, that's what I just kind of just said. Can you reduce your prices? Question mark?
買うかどうかも決めてないのになぜ値段のことを？ほほう。さてはわかったぞ。お前たちクリスに言われてきたんだろ。あいつらには関係のないことだ。 俺の利益を損なわないでほしいね。
Hmm.
なんでだよ。
言った言った。クリスのやつに伝えておけ。売ってやってるだけ感謝しろってな。俺がいなきゃあいつら税金すら払えないんだから。
Wow. It's like kind of sad when people like take advantage of a situation, but then they present it as them helping you. That like kind of like makes me kind of angry when that happens. It's like, I'm helping you here. What are you doing? But really they're taking advantage of you. Ugh. Some people.
どうしよう。全く話を聞いてくれない。
Time to get the real fixer on the case.
そうだな。一度あいつに聞いてみるか。
Honestly, I think Tartaglia is way cooler than Thoma at the moment, even though they're kind of the same character. But who knows? We haven't seen Thoma fight yet, and he's Pyro, and Pyro is like, I don't know, somewhat cooler than Hydro. I don't know. I think Pyro is cooler. I think like out of all the elements in the game, my favorite, or at least the element with more that seems more fun to me, is like the Anemo element. So Anemo is like kind of my favorite. My favorite character is Jean. I really like Sucrose's character kit. When I played Kazuha's and Xiao's test run, I immediately like was fond of it. Like it really clicked with me, especially Xiao, since spear user seems to be like the most fun to me, since they attack pretty fast, and I generally like fast attacking characters more than like slow but powerful attacks. And I guess Venti, I don't really have much opinion on Venti. He's pretty cool, I guess, but I haven't really got to use him all that much. And yeah, so Anemo would be my number 1. Chio would probably be my number 2, because I don't know, they just seem so fun. They're usually like super supporty. They seem like pretty sturdy elements. I guess that's intentional when making their kits. Like Zhongli I really like, since he's also a spear user, but he also provides shields. But the next one would probably be Pyro for me, because I guess, I don't know, I actually don't really click with Klee's combat abilities all that much, but she does do crazy damage. Bennett is pretty cool. Xiangling is pretty cool. Xin Yan I kind of grew to like, because she does provide shields too, and support characters is kind of like not very... There isn't that many support characters, it seems. A lot of characters usually focus on DPS, it feels like. Yeah, so Anemo, Geo, Pyro would probably be next. Cryo is after that. Then Hydro. And then I think Electro will probably be the last. Because, I don't know, it just doesn't feel satisfying to play Electro characters for some reason. There's just something missing about them that I can't quite put my finger on. Like, Electro sounds like something that would be really fast. Kind of like spiky damage and stuff, but I just don't get the feel from that when playing these characters. I guess Razor is pretty spiky, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air with... I guess I haven't formed an opinion on Electro, so... But yeah. There isn't that many Hydro characters. At least I haven't unlocked much Hydro characters, so... The ones that I have unlocked, they seem pretty fun, but not as fun as like some of these. Like Kaya's elemental skill is really fun to use. Sucrose is or Diona is like a bow user. She's support, and she heals and she provides shields, which I like. I generally like more of the support roles, I guess, than anything. So I have a soft spot for support characters, kind of like Chi-Chi, Diona. Like for Cryo. But yeah, I don't remember why I got into this conversation about who I like. Oh yeah, Thoma is like Pyro Tartaglia, but currently I think, even though I like Pyro more, I currently think Tartaglia is the cooler character, but I haven't seen what Thoma is capable of. Yes, so maybe when I learn more about him, Tartaglia might I might have to change my mind. I am ready to change my mind when new information presents itself.
おや、もう帰ってきたのか。問題は解決したのかい？
No, he was a poopy head.
それがちょっと困ったことに。
あ、いいよ。できる限りのことは協力する。
Okay.
来たばかりの慣れない地でいきなり問題を解決しろなんて確かに厳しすぎたね。
What do you know about Werner?
あいつのことか。それなら調べたことがある。以前は砂浜で貝殻を拾って商売してたかわいそうなやつだったが、なぜか最近急に羽振りが良くなったらしい。万国商会を抜けた後、新たな拠り所となる場所を見つけたのかもしれない。
あいつも昔は万国商会の一員だったのか？
He's an outlander?
あいつも外国人？
It was kind of obvious that he's an outlander if his name is Werner and he has blonde hair. I guess Thoma here has blonde hair too, so maybe you can't really judge people by their appearances.
彼の髪の色と目の色には気づいたかい？
Seemed like a Mondstatter to me. I didn't get the impression he was local.
そう。ベルナーはモンド出身で、リーウェと稲妻の間で海運業をしていた。
Cool.
鎖国によって彼は離島での滞在を余儀なくされた異教人なんだよ。
そうだったのか。
もともと万国商会も彼にひどい扱いなんてしてなかったんだが、後から出された数々の法令により商会自身も立場が危うくなってね。
だからあいつは商会をやめて恩知らずなやつに。
それは言い過ぎだよ。この世に根っからの恩知らずはいないし、永遠に冷酷で残忍なやつもいないと俺はそう信じてる。
I'll go back and talk to him again.
もういいのか？
どうやら切り込む隙を見つけたようだね。
We'll threaten his family. We must always rely on violence. It's actually kind of unfortunate that even the last 3 videos I've done, like the first video I just made my way here, the second video I kind of dicked around talking to the locals in this area, or at least some of the shops in this area, more than focusing on the story. And now I'm just kind of like doing like a, I don't know, like a fetch quest, I guess. I don't know what you would call this. A quest where I just go around talking to people. There hasn't really been any opportunities to like use the new electro abilities for the traveler. So I want to resort to violence when I talk to this guy. Yeah, you're not gonna help us? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shock you! Well, he doesn't clap or anything. Usually when you do like your elemental skill or something in front of like characters, they like look at you and start clapping, or they like shy away. See if this guy would do it. No, nothing. These Inazuma people are very stoic. Tiger Lee. Ah, now that's a face I've never seen before. Are you one of those masked people? I don't know why I gave her like a silly old man voice. A face you've never seen before? Masked people? Uh-huh! Mr. Guard over there told me that we can't leave this island yet. However, I saw all those masked people heading towards Narukami Island with my own eyes. Inazuma is such a weird place. I guess she's Li Yue, and I don't know, I guess she might be like a merchant's kid or something. Werner, we're here to fight. Or maybe not, but I want to fight.
何しに来たんだ？確かに俺は暇だが、お前たちのために時間を費やしたくはないんだが。
It was the wind that led me back here. Led me back here to you.
あ？何を言って？
We're trying to like appeal to his Mondstadt side, and he's just like, I only speak in dollars. I only speak in mora, in money, so go away. If I loved Mondstadt so much, I would have stayed there. I clearly left for a reason. A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this. Oh, this is actually working? Give him a Goo Plum. I guess this is called Wolf Hook. Dandelion. Valberry. Aloe Lily. What would be the most monster? I guess Dandelion Seed would be the most Mondstadt thing, but I have the most of these Pinwheel, so I'll give him a Pinwheel Aster. Or Windwheel Aster.
お前の口からモンドのことが聞けるなんて。前に帰ったのはいつのことだったか。それすらも忘れちまった。
he like we like show him a Windwheel Aster and he's like, I remember the time my mother cheered me up with one of those flowers after I fell down and scraped my knee.
懐かしい。モンド城の雰囲気。
May the Nemo Archon protect you. We can't really say that because if we want to be honest, we can't really say that because we know the Nemo Archon is kind of powerless now. Let the wind lead you.
故郷に、はあ、帰りたい。
効果があるみたいだぞ。
Yes, Paimon, I'm surprised it worked too.
感情を揺さぶろうったってそうはいかないからな。
Close your eyes.
あ？今度はなんだ？
Is she gonna pull out that like lyre or that harp and start playing like the Mondstadt theme?
いいから目をつぶれって。
Listen closely, doesn't it sound familiar?
波の音か？
Cheap and tasty chop suey. Grilled tiger fish. Get it while it's hot. Chop suey is like a Li Yue thing, right? And so is grilled tiger fish. Maybe he, tiger fish.
あ、リユエコー。俺の目の前に波の音が、客引きの声が。リユエコーの姿が浮かんでくる。
And never be extinguished.
消灯だ。解凍祭だ。消灯が登ってくるが見えるぞ。
想像力が豊かすぎると言うべきか。リーユエコーのことが懐かしすぎるのか。
はあ、リユエよ。
And then we have to give him a Li Yue thing. I have a lot of these jade whatever thingy, so I'll just give him one of these. Even though in the lore, I think these things are actually worth a lot. He'll be like, oh, you're giving me one of these? Are you sure? This is worth a lot. Yeah, I pick those up whenever I look for ore anyway.
もういい。もう思い出させるな。俺の心はもう。
Anata no kokoro. どうして? A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in. A lot of people have supported you in the past.
万国商会の人たちか。確かに、みんな俺と同じく故郷を離れた者たちだ。俺はいつも夜の海辺に来ては波の音を聞いてる。ふるさとから届いた音だと思いながらな。そんな時、いつも紹介の奴らがやってくる。でも俺は顔を隠しながら離れるしかなかった。はあ、気晴らしにあいつらと一緒に話がしたいと何度思ったことか。俺だって口をこぼし合いたかった。
じゃあどうして。
あいつら心が強い。よりどころのなかった人たちが一致団結して生きていく術を探してるんだ。そんな真似俺にはできない。少しの利益と約束だけで俺は奴らの言いなりになっちまった。ふるさとの顔に泥を塗っちまった。
Who are those people you're talking about, Werner? Let me know and I'll see what I can do.
いいだろう。言うよ。もうこんな葛藤はうんざりだ。
大丈夫なのか。
I don't actually really like choosing all this time. I honestly, like, again, I'll say this again. I honestly feel like they should just give Lumine her own character. Like don't make her something you try to put yourself into. Just make her own character and give her voice lines, voice acting. If they did that in the future and it becomes inconsistent, like I can see some people going like, oh, it's not consistent, so it's not cool, I don't like it or something. But even if that happens, I would be fine with it if it's not if it's inconsistent. If she suddenly just starts talking and being her own character and stuff, I would much rather that happen. I would welcome that change. The International Trade Association will protect you. Come get a drink with your friends from the association.
だが俺はあいつらを裏切ったんだ。
臆病なやつだな。間違ったことをやったらちゃんと償うべきだろ。だから早く一体何が起きたのか言ってみろよ。
税金徴収を任せられてる足軽慶次郎たちがやったことだ。
Gosh darn Keijiro, this person I don't know.
奴らが商人たちに告げた税率は実際より高いものなんだ。それで余った消化骨髄は奴らが蓄えてる。
Huh, I wonder what crystal marl is used for. That people would be stockpiling it. Is it like a material to create a weapon or something? Like it's like explosive if you mix it with other chemicals or something?
そして商人たちが入手先に困った時、高値で売るよう俺は指示された。
そんな何もしないで儲けようとするなんて卑怯だぞ。
俺は奴らの操り人形になっていたが、その見返りは生活をギリギリ維持できるほど些細なものだった。
We need evidence.
証拠、そうだな。決定的な証拠がなければ奴は認めないだろう。そういえばいつも俺が報告をした後、奴は毎回必ずどこかに行くんだ。いつも怪しいって思っててな。ついさっき慶次郎と会ったばかりだ。今から連れてってやるよ。
If you tell us to do anything, we'll probably result to violence. So, at least I personally want to start fighting stuff. It feels like it's been so long. I've just been talking to character after character after character. I know a lot of it's like my fault. I started talking to random NPCs just to get a better taste of this place, to get a better idea of this place. But then again, the main quest has me just like, oh, talk to the inspector, talk to Thoma, talk to Thoma's friend, talk to this other person, talk to this other inspector who wants $2 million from us. Now talk to this Werner guy. Oh, he tells us to go away. Go talk to Thoma again. And it's just a lot of talking. I kind of wish like maybe this guy was like on a different part of this island or something, and we gotta like do some fighting before we can talk to him. At least then it like changes up the pace a little bit and gets me out of this area. Like I feel like I've just been in this area for the last few videos that I've been making, so I don't know. I know partially or it's like my fault that that's happening, but then again, like maybe it just shows that what I need to do, I really need to like learn to focus on the story more than anything, instead of going around and like, oh look, cooking station, let's just cook something, blah 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 blah, and get distracted all the time by everything, and then go on like huge tangents. Ting ting. Even if I met him, I still have to... Something on your mind? Oh well, I'm a researcher from the year. My dream is to travel around the world and visit all 7 nations. What if I told you there's an 8th nation? Dun dun dun. That is more closed off than Inazuma. My journey has been pretty smooth so far in Mondstadt, Sumeru, Natlan, and Fontaine. So the other nation that I have never heard of is Natlan? I wonder what that's based off of. But things develop unexpectedly here in Inazuma. Because of the Sakoku decree, I could not enter Inazuma City. When I was about to leave out of disappointment, I ran into... him. Him? Yeah, he was the first person I met in Inazuma who was willing to help me. Because he saw that I was a lone outlander, he offered a lot of help to me while I was stuck in Ritou. Honestly, he's very kind and warm. I've become quite fond of him. But my worldwide sojourn has not ended yet. I can't just settle in Inazuma. Love is precious, but liberty is more so still. I really need to choose carefully. Freedom! Yeah, if you don't have a desire for freedom,
then no matter how long you've been journeying for, you still won't be able to see things with an open mind. The looks of things, you're also a traveler, right? These are for you. After you go to more places, I think you'll be able to understand the value of freedom more.
Oh, I understand the value of freedom. I've been in Mondstadt. So this is the girl that this guy was talking about? For her sake, blah 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 blah. Goodbye. Yeah, he was talking about this girl he met that he wants to like travel the world with, but he's stuck here in Inazuma. He's stuck in Inazuma because of his family business, but he actually wants to he would much rather travel or he wouldn't mind, like he would, if this, I'm guessing this girl would like agree to be with him, he wouldn't mind traveling the world with her. But then it's kind of a dilemma in his part. Does he continue the family business or does he travel the world with the girl he loves? And then I guess this girl, assuming that he's talking about this guy too, who he did say he helped her. Now she is having the same dilemma where she doesn't want to, because he knows this guy has a family here and will probably likely want to continue his family business and actually have livelihood here. She doesn't want to, like, as much as she loves him, she's kind of weighing the dilemma of being able to travel the world and seeing all sorts of things with settling down here with him with his family business and having like a stable lifestyle. So yeah, it seems like these two just needs to talk to each other or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, are we gonna fight now? This guy looks like he can fight. Get him! Follow Keijiro without being noticed. Oh, this is new. What does this do? Oh, I'm crouching. Dun 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 dun. Cha cha cha. Cha 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 cha. Cha 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 cha. He doesn't notice me. It'd be funny if we put on like a disguise too. Since they're adding outfits into this game, I wonder if they'll ever make an outfit.
おかげさまで。よければ座っていって。
座って。
ああ、ちょうど今稼ぎがいいんだ。
He cannot see me. He cannot see me. This is BS, man. This is BS.
出てこい。とっくに気づいてるぜ。誰だ。なぜ俺の後をつけてきた。
I done goofed. I don't know why I switched to Jean there. Maybe she's like #1 in my party. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I wonder if they'll make like, I don't know, like a Mondstadt theme outfit for her, a Liyue theme outfit for her, and like an Inazuma or Latin or whatever, Sumeru and Fontaine like style outfits. Oh, can I like Assassin's Creed style, just like hang out with these guys, and it like blends me in?
Yo, Ryoko, 調子はどうだ?
おかげさまで。よければ座っていって。
ああ、ちょうど今稼ぎがいいんだ。
そう、税金の徴収お疲れ様。
Oh, I got spotted because he was heading that way.
ええ、まだ払ってないやつはそうだな。
あいつ、どんどん離れてくぞ。早く追いかけよう。
Why is he running?
あいつ、どんどん離れて。
あ？今なんか聞こえたよな。
I wonder why. I wonder, like, it would be awesome if you can crouch.
見つかっちゃうぞ。
It would be awesome if you can
俺の
crouch in
聞き間
normal
違い
gameplay.
か。おっと、長いすぎる。
あいつ、どんどん離れてくぞ。
I know, Paimon. Jesus. Chill out, Paimon. I know what I'm doing.
あいつ、どこに行ったんだ？
I apparently don't know what I'm doing.
さっきまで近く くにいたのに急にいなくなった。
I was too busy talking about
もう
how
少し気をつけないと。
I wish there was crouching in the game. I don't know, like maybe this button, instead of like refocusing the camera, you crouch and you can like sneak up on like birds and stuff and then kill them. Because they normally just like fly away when they detect you.
行くぞ。近い近い、見つかっちゃうぞ。あいつどんどん離れてくぞ。
I was just passing by. Don't mind me.
あいつどこに行ったんだ。
This is kind of tedious.
さっきまで近くにいたのに急にいなくなった。
やつだ、ケイジロー。
行くぞ。
And Paimon just keeps talking, which is kind of annoying.
もう少し気をつけないと。
Oh, you're supposed to make less noise, so you're not supposed to like stand on leaves and stuff? I don't know. I don't really know how this works, and it's not telegraphed very well how this works. Like in Assassin's Creed and stuff, you would see like his sight lines if you use Eagle Vision. And like when you are like in a stealthy area, like if you're sitting on a bench, or if you're hiding,
りょうこ、調子はどうだ。
if you're hiding on a wall
お
or
かげさ
something,
まで。
you
よければ
become
座っていって。
stealthed.
ああ、ちょうど今稼ぎがいいんだ。
These two are like, why is this lady
税金の徴
crouching
収
in
お
front
疲れ
of us?
様
I don't understand. Is this a prank? Are we being pranked right now?
ええ、
What?
あいつどんどん離れてくぞ。
Oh geez, Paimon, you're kind of oh, you can
ど
roll.
んどん離れてくぞ。早く追いかけよう。
I'm guessing if like the other time his back was facing me
あいつどんどん離れてくぞ。早く追いかけよ
and he still spotted me, I think. I am sneaky. I am being sneaky. Get him! Are we gonna finally get to fight someone?
こんな場所に何をしに。
何か埋めたみたいだぞ。
Let's take it.
見てみようぜ。
Mito Miyose, Alright. It's almost an hour. I think I'm gonna end things here. I kind of like dilly-dallied a lot in this one, and I didn't realize the time. I was kind of hoping we would get to like a combat section before I ended this video, because I really wanted to try this like new ability out. But unfortunately that wasn't the case. And I kept messing up that like stealth section, so... I guess we'll see what would happen in the next one. Subscribe for more Genshin Impact, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!